Okay, good morning. My name's Katie. This is my mom, Liz. We're Heart to Heart Yoga. Hope you had a good week last week. So it's still June, so we're still doing the same things we've been doing all month, which is we're for our pose. We're not really doing a pose. We're doing a little foundational flow with 3 poses that we want you guys to know in case you go to another yoga class. These are poses you may see. Also, we don't have really a breath exercise this month. We're actually just trying to line up our breath to movement. And our intention or philosophy for the month, our little focus is energy flows where attention goes. So those are all of our things for the month that we've been focusing on. If you've been with us, and if you haven't, then you are caught up. We also record the class on YouTube. So if you want to access the class during the week, you just go to YouTube, go to the search bar, click there, put in Renown Health, Heart to Heart Yoga, and boom, there will be. Mom's gonna talk some more about yoga.
Okay, when you practice yoga, if you experience any pain at all, or you become dizzy or lightheaded, absolutely stop what you're doing. If you're practicing in the chair, sit back comfortably. If you are practicing on the mat, you can sit back on the heels in a pose that Kate's going to demonstrate. It's called child's pose. In fact, anytime throughout your practice, if you need to go into child's pose, you can. These can be together or apart. Or you could even choose to just roll over on your side or even lay on your back. Make the choice that is most comfortable for you. And when you're ready, you can resume your practice. Okay. So props today, probably every class you could probably have blocks just in case if you need them, or 2 books or 2 cans of food, anything that helps bring the earth closer for you. And if you'd like, you can always have a blanket or a towel to for mat students to sit on, to cushion the sit bones, to cushion the knees when we're in tabletop, or in Shavasana to place underneath your knees to cushion them. So 2 blocks and a towel or a blanket or even a pillow. You could use, you could use pillows. Yeah. Anyway, so if you are practicing in the chair today, we ask that you use a chair that has no armrests and no wheels, and that you practice on a non-skid surface. Now you can choose to place a mat under your chair as I have done. However, if you do that, be mindful when you stand, if you choose to stand, that the mat's there so you don't trip on it. Also, you can practice with your shoes on or your shoes off, whatever is comfortable for you.
So we designed this class so that as a beginner, it's a very beginning class and you could start from no matter where you are. That's why we offer the chair and the mat. So you can either start, in the chair and maybe you'll actually end up over on a mat. But irregardless, we meet you wherever you are. We also try to give an overview of what yoga is. Yoga is the integration of the body, the mind, and the inner self. We do poses for the body. We set intentions or share philosophy for the mind. And we ask that you pay attention to how you feel during and after the practice, bringing awareness to the inner self. Almost every class, we are now starting to talk about our intention or philosophy at the beginning of the class so that we have a focus or something to focus on throughout the class. So we're going to talk about energy flows where attention goes. And if you were here with us last week, we went to a yoga festival in Mammoth, and one of the teachers did a little exercise with our fingertips. And so we're going to do that again. It's just going to be a practice to see if we can move our energy around our body. So we're going to sit up really, really straight. We'll put our hands up on our thighs. And this usually is in yoga for receiving energy. You can close your eyes or just look down with a soft gaze. And we're just going to breathe. And while we breathe, we're going to pay attention and bring all of our attention to our fingertips. Do you feel tingling? Are they pulsing? Just your fingertips. You feel nothing. Mind tingle. Now we're going to move our attention. So keep your attention on the fingertips, and then we're going to bring our attention to in between our eyebrows, the space in between our eyebrows. Do you feel anything there? Now you probably won't feel anything in your fingertips because you've moved your attention to in between your eyebrows. Now let's bring our attention back to our fingertips. Mine are still tingling. Just flutter our eyes and open our eyes gently. That was just a little example of how we can move our energy just in our bodies. And so in our lives, where are we placing our energy? Not sure, hopefully someplace good, but it's just a nice little thing to feel all your energy, feel all your fingertips, go to your in between your eyes. Now you don't feel your fingertips. So I just love that. So it's just a
Energy flows where attention goes.
yes, and like an example to give you so you can experience it yourself. We always start off class usually with a comfortable seat.
And I'll add to what Kate said. Don't believe what your yoga teacher said. Always try to experience it yourself. Okay? Because it's what you feel, not what she's feeling or him. So Kate's right. Most classes start in a comfortable seat, or lots of them do. And for years, we've sat with our pelvis round, back and our spine rounded because that was comfortable. But in yoga asks that you sit with your pelvis pushed forward. You can see that automatically elongated my spine. However, some of us need a little help with that. And this is where your yoga towel or your yoga blanket comes in handy. You can place it under your sit bones as Kate has done. Sit to the front edge of that blanket or towel. Now your legs in comfortable seat, they can be crisscross applesauce, or you can bring them out a little bit farther in front of you, still crossed at the ankle. You can even bring your legs straight out in front of you, as Kate's doing, or you can even bring the bottoms of your feet together for butterfly. There you go. Make the choice that is comfortable for you today and know that you can change those positions if you need to, anytime. All yoga is optional. It's your time and your yoga. Okay, now if we've been sitting in comfortable seat for a while and the hips get a little achy or stiff, you can always rock side to side, or maybe even do some hip circles if that feels like your body needs that, okay? Something else that we do in yoga, whether we're seated, kneeling, or standing, is called stacking the joints. So we want to make sure here that Kate's shoulders are over her hips. Her ear is in line with her shoulder. Her chin is parallel to the ground. Now her focus, she can choose to close her eyes, or she can have a soft gaze looking down. Now, if closing your eyes gives you vertigo or makes you dizzy, then just try the soft gaze, looking down. Now, if you are practicing in the chair, we ask that you sit to the front edge of your chair. You can place a block or a pillow, something behind your back, so that if you start to slouch and lose that nice tall spine, you're going to bump into that pillow or block, and it will remind you to sit up nice and tall. And your legs, when you're in the chair, we'd like them to come straight out from your hip joints, knees not too close together or falling open if you can. And feet are flat on the floor. And we stack our joints here also. Knees over ankles, shoulders over hips, ear in line with shoulder, and chin is parallel to the ground. Now, if you're practicing in the chair, you can close your eyes or you can have a soft gaze looking down. Make the choice that works for you. And before we put any movement into the physical body, we always like to ground, coming into the moment, letting go of thoughts of things we wanted to do before class, letting go of things that we have to do after class. See if you can allow yourself to stay in the moment. These thoughts might come in, but just notice them and then send them on their way. And let's bring our attention to our sit bones. Notice how they push into the chair or the mat. And see if you can allow them to push into the mat or the chair. Allow them to be heavy and notice what that feels like. Bring your attention to your hips. Allow the hips to soften and melt into the mat. Move up the spine to the shoulders. We're going to inhale the shoulders up to the ears. Exhale, pull those shoulders back and down. But try not to lose the integrity of that nice tall spine. Reach out through the crown of your head. See if you can allow those facial muscles to relax. The tongue falls away from the roof of the mouth. The eyeballs soften. And maybe we look side to side. Just moving the head side to side. Slowly and gently, noticing if you have tension in the neck. Most of us do. Come back to center. Just allow the body to be heavy. And we're going to open our eyes gently if they're closed. Flutter them open. We're going to move on to our breath work this month, which was linking our breath to our movement. So we are focusing on if you have just short inhales and exhales, that's as much movement as you're going to make because we're going to be moving the right arm, left arm, and then both arms. But if you have really, really deep inhales, the arm might go all the way up above the head. And if your exhale is very long, it might come down, very slow. So match your breath to your movement. Okay, and we're going to start with the right arm, and we're going to inhale. And then exhale. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, inflate your low belly, fill it up. And then exhale, lower your arm. We're going to move to the other side. So inhale that left arm up as long as your breath is. Exhale, we lower. Inhale, inflate that low belly and lift the arm. Exhale, deflate your low belly, lower your arm. One last time. Inhale, inflate your low belly. And exhale, deflate your low belly, lower that arm. Now let's see if we can do it with both arms, sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, bring both arms the length of your inhale. And then exhale, deflate your low belly and lower your arms. Inhale, inflate your low belly and raise your arms. And exhale, deflate the low belly, lower those arms. We'll do that one last time. Inhale, inflate that low belly. And exhale, deflate the low belly, lower your arms. Rest your hands on your knees. And just take a moment to notice how you're feeling. Sometimes with a breathing exercise, we start to feel a little lighter. We already are starting to lose some of that tension we brought to class. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. There is no right or wrong or good or bad, just what is and what is in your body. So we'll open our eyes. And speaking of eyes, we're going to work on our eyes today. And we're going to do our clock. Work with our eyes. So the body stays stationary, head stays stationary. The only thing that moves is your eyes. So we're going to look up and we look down. We look up. We look down. Look up. Look down. Look center and flutter your eyelids. Now we're going to look down first, then look up. Look down. Look up. Look down. Look up. Look center and flutter your eyelids. Now we're going to look side to side. So we're going to look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the right. Look to the left. Look center and flutter those eyelids. Now we're going to look to the left and look to the right. Look to the left and look to the right. Look to the left. Look to the right. Look center and flutter your eyelids. If you have on your glasses, you would want to remove them. Bring your palms together. Start to rub your palms. Create some friction, which can create some nice warmth and heat. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes really wide and then cover your eyes with your palms. It feels nice and yummy. Moaning is optional. And you can do this throughout the day if you've been working on your computer or you've been on your phone or you've been working outside in the sun. It's really nice for the eyes. And when you're ready, you can remove your hands from your eyes. Just take a moment to notice how they feel. We kind of don't give enough love to our eyes, I think. So, there we go.
Okay, we're going to start stretching out our neck and shoulders. So we're going to line up, try to keep that lining up our breath with our movement. So we are going to take an inhale together. And when we exhale, let your right ear find your right shoulder. Now we're going to take our right hand and just place it on our head. Don't pull or anything. Now here again, we're going to line up our breath with our movement. Using our left arm, we're going to take a deep breath in, bring our arm to shoulder height, and then exhale, bring your arm back to the ground. Inhale again, to shoulder height, and exhale. One more. Inhale, Then exhale. This time we're going to inhale, don't raise our arm. And exhale, go ahead and let go, unravel. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're all going to take an inhale together. We're going to let our left ear find our left shoulder. So we're going to take our left hand and place it on our head, no pulling. Now our right arm is going to be our breath arm. Inhale, bring your arm up to shoulder height. And exhale. Inhale again, arm comes to shoulder height. And exhale. Last one. And exhale. Now this one, we're just going to take an inhale. Exhale, release, and unravel. Now we're going to do our neck circles like we pretty much do every week. But we're going to try to line up our breath here again. So you can just start at any direction and slowly try to line up our breath. So when our chin is up, we want to be inhaling. When our chin comes down, you can exhale. Go slow enough to where you can try to line that up for yourself. Let's do a couple more on our own. One more. And then we'll come back to center. Now we're going to go in the other direction. So you can start any size circle, do again. When our chin is up, try inhaling. When our chin comes down, exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And one more. And come back to center. Okay, now we're going to warm up our shoulders. We're going to start with our shoulder rolls. And we roll our shoulders forward first and then back. So we'll take an inhale, bringing those shoulders to your ears. Exhale, roll those shoulders forward and down. Inhale, shoulders come to the ears. Exhale, roll them forward and down. This is the last one, going forward. Inhale. And exhale. Now we're going to do 3 going backwards. So inhale, bring your shoulders to your ears. And exhale, roll those shoulders back and down. Inhale, shoulders to the ears. And exhale. Last one, inhale, shoulders to the ears. And exhale, roll them back and down. Okay, so we're going to do a little bit more shoulder work. We're going to bring our arms up to shoulder height in front of us, palms up. Then we're going to bend our arms at our elbows, grab our shoulders with our hands. Bring our elbows down to our waist. And our first movement is going to be, we're going to inhale and bring our elbows forward. So, and then exhale, bring your elbows to your waist. Inhale, elbows come to shoulder height. Exhale. Last one, inhale and exhale. Now for our inhale, we're going to let our shoulders go back. So inhale together, point your shoulders back. And exhale, bring them back to your waist. What?
Pull your elbows back.
Pull your elbows back.
And your shoulder.
Inhale.
You could.
Make those elbows back too. And exhale. Bring them back to your waist. One last one. And exhale, bring them back to your waist. So this time, we're going to bring our elbows up to shoulder height, up and out. So inhale. Shoulders come up to, our elbows come up to shoulder height. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. One more. Inhale. Shoulder height. Exhale back to our waist. Now this time we're going to inhale to shoulder height. When we exhale, bring our elbows together. Inhale, open up, open the elbows. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, open, exhale, close. Inhale, open, exhale, you can drop and release. We were going to do a couple of more. We're going to try, get our arms back in that same position, because we're going to do some twists just real quickly for other things. So bring our arms out in front of us and put our palms up again. Bring our arms back to here. Arms can go out shoulder height. We're going to inhale together. And when we exhale, twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, twist to the right again. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale and release. Roll it out. Again. We're going to stretch out our hips. Okay. Torso rolls or hip circles. Any size circle will do. Your hips and low back will probably let you know what size is going to work for you today. Excuse me. So we are going to lean to the right. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the left and exhale as we lean back. Lean to the right. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the left. Exhale as we lean back. Do 3 more of these on your own. Seeing if you can inhale when your body is forward and exhale when your body leans back. Notice what you're feeling in your hips, your low back. Remember, if anything hurts, stop or don't make such a big circle. Whatever works for you. We'll all meet in center. Take a moment to notice what you're feeling in your hips, low back. And we're going to go in the opposite direction. So lean to the left. Inhale as we lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as you lean back. Lean left. Inhale as you lean forward. Lean to the right. Exhale as you lean back. 3 more on your own in this direction, noticing if it feels different. Bring your attention to what you're feeling in your hips. See if you can remember your breathing. Inhaling is when the body moves forward. Exhaling when the body moves back. And we'll all meet in center. Once again, take a moment to notice what you're feeling in both hips, in the lower back. Do you feel the energy moving? Pay attention there and see if you feel the energy flowing. Energy flows where the attention goes. We're going to open our eyes if they're closed. We're going to still do some more hip work, but we need the mat students to get over into tabletop. Tabletop means you go to your hands and your knees, and your hands are shoulder distance apart. Your fingers are spread wide. Your shoulders are over your wrists. Now, if you have sensitive wrists, you could always use your fists for wrists, or you can even bring those hands out a little bit farther in front of you if you need to. Otherwise, the wrists are directly under the shoulders. Hips are over the knees. And when you look between your legs, your feet aren't too close together or splayed out. They're directly behind your knees. So we're going to do a little bit more work opening the hips, like I said.
So if you're practicing in the chair, you can just drag your foot across the ground, opening, inhale, exhale, we close. Now, you could use a helper hand to drag it open, or you could maybe even lift it and open with helper hand. Or maybe you don't need help and you can just lift and open. Make the choice that works for you today. We're going to do right leg and left leg. Now, mat students, they're just going to be, we're opening and closing, they're lifting and lowering like Kate's doing, okay? And there you go. And we're starting with our right leg. So we're going to inhale, open that knee or lift. Exhale, we close. Inhale, open or lift. Exhale, we close. One last one. Inhale, we open or lift. Exhale, we close. Let's change to the left. Inhale, we open or lift. Exhale, we close. Inhale, open or lift. Exhale, we close. Inhale, open or lift. Exhale, we close. Now we're going to do circles. So for chair students, it'll be in first like this. You can use helper hand or two helper hands, or you could just even come up onto the ball of your foot and just kind of make a circle with your foot like this. That works for you. And mat students will just kind of be, well, yeah, we'll go forward first. Yeah, there. That one will be forward first. It's kind of like a circle forward and then backwards. Yeah, like that. Yeah. And ours will be like it. Here's in and here's out. So here we go. We're going to inhale out, exhale, come in and out, exhale, come in and out. And one last one. Well, maybe we'll do one more. And inhale out, exhale, come back. We're going to change legs. We're going to inhale, that leg out, and exhale in. Inhale out, exhale, come in. Inhale out, exhale, come in. Inhale out, exhale, come in. Go back to your right leg. Now we're going to open outward first. So we're going to lift that knee and inhale, it goes out. Exhale, come back. Inhale, it goes out. It's kind of a circle. Come back and inhale, we make a circle. Exhale, come back. One last one. Inhale, up. It's kind of almost the same movement, but now we're going to do it on the opposite leg, that left leg. So we're going to inhale, make that circle, back to center, inhale, make that circle, exhale, come back, inhale, make that circle, exhale, come back. One last one, inhale, lift, come out, and then come back to center. Notice what you're feeling in your hips. And mat students, bring those big toes to touch. Sit back into your child's pose. Roll out your wrists if you need to. We were on them for a while. And we're going to revisit our energy flows, where your attention goes. And this, for me, has resonated really deeply lately. It's like we're all searching for peace, but peace is already inside of us. So for me, my attention needs to come inside and come back to my peace. And it seemed to work for me lately, coming to the forefront even more than normal. So bring my attention inside, working on me, becomes peaceful, energy flows where attention goes. That's my personal experience these last couple weeks.
Okay, we're going to push up out of child's pose if we're on the mat. Everyone is headed for down dog. So if you're in the chair, you'll create a V shape, and that's your down dog. On the mat, we're going to create a V shape. We're going to spread our fingers wide, curl our toes, lift our hips, creating our little V shape. We're all going to walk our dogs. If you're in the chair, you're going to point and flex your toes on opposite feet, so back and forth, stretching out your hamstrings and calves. If you're on the mat, we're going to bend our right knee, straighten our left leg, and then vice versa, back and forth, walking our dog. And then after a few of these, we're going to take our baby steps up to our hands if we're on the mat. If you're in the chair, you're just going to meet us in a forward fold. Then all of us together are going to roll up one vertebrae at a time, headed for mountain pose. If this makes you dizzy or lightheaded, pump your hands as you come up. And roll those shoulders back and down. We're in mountain pose. Here again, we stack our joints. So we want to make sure that our knees are over our ankles, our hips are over our knees, shoulders over hips, ears over the shoulder, and our chins parallel to the ground. So every week we do full sun salutations or half sun salutations to show them to you. So in case you go to another class, you know what they are. We also do a modified version, a beginning version of a full sun salutation with chaturanga. They'll say chaturanga in a class, but we're actually going to do knees, chest, chin. So you have an option if you end up going to another class. So we're going to do them very slowly.
If they need blocks, they can use them.
If you need blocks, you can use them. So we're going to put a side stretch in this full sun salutation also. So we're all going to take an inhale, and our hands will come up over our head. And then when we exhale, we're going to lean to the right. If you're in the chair, you can grab hold of one side of your chair as you lean over. So we're going to inhale, come back to center, and exhale, lean to the left. Inhale, come back to center. And when we exhale, we're all going to fold forward, bringing our hands to the mat. On our next inhale, we're going to do a half lift. With a flat back, we can put our hands on our shins or our thighs. We'll exhale, bring our hands back to the mat again. This time we're going to plant our hands if we're on the mat. Step back with your right foot. Left foot comes back to meet it. We are in plank position if you're on the mat. If you're on the mat, you're going to drop to your knees. Chest, chin. I should say this before. Keep your elbows close to your body. We're all going to do a baby back bend together, chair or on mat, students. Inhale, baby back bend. Exhale. Now we're all headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, you can go through tabletop into down dog. If you're in the chair, you can just make your way to down dog. Now we're going to step up with the same foot we stepped back with. So we're going to step up with our right foot, also heading for a forward fold. So if you're in the chair, you can meet us here. On this inhale, we're going to do that half lift again. And exhale, our hands come back to the mat. Now we're all going to roll up one vertebrae at a time. Coming back to standing mountain pose. Roll those shoulders back and down. Bring your hands to heart center. We're going to do all that again, but focusing on the left side this time. So we're all going to inhale, bring our arms up overhead, palms touch. When we exhale, we're going to lean to the left this time. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, lean to the right. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, we all fold forward. Bring our hands to the mat. Inhale, half lift, flat back. Exhale, our hands come back to the mat. We plant our hands. We step back with our left foot if you're on the mat. Right foot comes back to meet it. We're in plank on the mat. Knees, chest, chin. We're all going to do a baby back bend together. So we'll inhale together. Baby back bend. Exhale. And then we're all headed for down dog. If you're on the mat, you can go through tabletop. You're in the chair, just find your down dog. Now we're going to step up with the same foot we stepped back with. If we're on the mat, it's our left foot. We're all headed for a forward fold. And we're going to inhale to that half lift. And exhale, hands come back to the mat. This is a big inhale. Everybody come up. All the way overhead, palms touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. Those are our sun salutations. We're going to do a couple of, I don't know what we call these, but they're just little warming up our knees kind of. So we're going to take it, step about 3 feet apart and put our toes pointing out. You guys can just, like mom's going to do. We're just going to go back and forth. So we probably inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We're just warming this up. Let's do 2 more. And exhale. Inhale back to center. Exhale. And we're going to do our little flow. Our foundational flow. Katie and I decided to put it together because they're 3 of the most common poses you'll find in yoga classes that if you go to in-person yoga classes, or even if you watch them online, they're very, very common. So, and it would be warrior 2, triangle, and side angle. So if you're practicing in the chair, I just need you to widen your stance like this and wait for me. Mat students, I need you to widen your stance approximately 3 feet if you can keep your balance. If not, then shorten it. And your feet are parallel to the short sides of your mat. Now, the only thing that's going to move is your right foot. You're just going to rotate it so it's pointing toward the short side of your mat. Now, your hip bones, we want hip bones facing toward the long side of the mat. We're going to bend into that right knee. But we want to make sure the right knee is not falling in. So check that alignment. There you go. And we moved. Did your shoulders go with you? That usually is a common thing that happens. Make sure that shoulders stay over the hips. Now we're going to bring our arms straight out in front of us. We're going to take an inhale and open the arms to shoulder height. As you exhale, turn and look out your right arm all the way down your right middle finger. As you exhale, relax the shoulders. And notice what you're feeling. This is warrior 2. Mat students, straighten into your right leg. Shift your left hip to the back of your mat and reach with your right arm. Reach, reach, reach. You can use a block here if you need it inside your right ankle. Now, when you've gone as far as you can, reaching with that right arm, we're going to take an inhale. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the right arm down and lift the left for triangle pose. Now you have options here. You can look down, you can look forward, or you can look up. You have long lines of energy. One arm going in one direction, one in the other. Notice what you're feeling. We're going to inhale, come up to center. And as you exhale, bend back into that right knee. We're going to take another inhale. And as you exhale, bring that right arm on top of your thigh, not on your knee, on your thigh if you can. Inhale, that left arm goes up. And then as you exhale, we lean. Chair students, if you need to hold on, do that. Notice what you're feeling. One side and the other. This is side angle. Inhale, come up to center. Exhale, bring the arms down, straighten the legs, turn the feet parallel, heel toe your feet into center. Notice what you're feeling on the left side of your body. Do you
Feel it. Bring your attention there. Do you feel the energy? Maybe you do, maybe you don't. But energy does flow where your attention goes, and that's what we just worked. So open your eyes if they're closed. Chair students, widen your stance. Mat students, widen your stance again. Feet are parallel to the short sides of your mat. The only thing that's going to rotate is your left foot. Is going to point toward the short side of your mat. There you go. Hip bones toward the long side of the mat. We're going to bend into the left knee, making sure it's not falling in. Check your alignment. Did your shoulders go with you when you moved? Okay, everyone, we're going to bring our arms out straight in front of us. We're going to inhale, open those arms to shoulder height. As you exhale, turn and look out your left arm all the way down your left middle finger and relax your shoulders. Warrior two on the left side. Now, mat students, straighten your left knee and shift the right hip to the back of the mat and reach with your left arm. When you've gone as far as you can go, we're all going to take an inhale. And as you exhale, that left arm goes down, right arm goes up. Once again, you can use a block inside if you need it. Mat students, long lines of energy. You have those same options to look down, forward, or up, and notice what you feel. Is it different than the other side? This is triangle. Inhale, come up to center. And as you exhale, bend back into that left knee. We're going to take another inhale. And as we exhale, we're going to bring the left arm on our left thigh. Inhale that right arm up. And exhale, we lean. If you need to hold on, chair students, do that. This is side angle on the left side. Feel different? Notice what you feel. Send your attention there. We're going to inhale, come up to center. Exhale, lower the arms, straighten the legs, turn the feet parallel, heel, toe your feet into center. Maybe take a moment, close the eyes. Notice what you're feeling. Feel the energy in the legs, the hips, the low back. Just notice what you're feeling. Just be curious about your body. And we're going to open our eyes. And if you choose to stand for your balance, you can hold on or finger touch, or just maybe have your chair there for security. Pick your choice, make your choice. So we're going to put all our weight into our left foot. And we're going to find our one spot to concentrate on. And we're going to inhale our right leg out to the side. We're going to exhale, it crosses in front. Inhale, it goes out to the side. Exhale, it goes back at a diagonal. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down. Soften your knee if you need to. Now we're going to make that same movement with a pointed toe. So put all the weight into your left foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. Inhale that right leg out with a pointed toe. Exhale, it crosses in front. Inhale out to the side. Exhale, crosses and back at a diagonal. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down, soften the knee. Toe touch down anytime you need to. And maybe you can see if you can put your breath to movement. Inhale, stop, exhale. See if you can. We're going to do it one more time on this side with a flexed foot. So put all the weight into the left foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. And we're going to inhale that right leg out with a flexed foot. Exhale, it crosses in front. Exhale, it goes out to the side. Inhale out to the side. Exhale, back at a diagonal. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down, soften the knee. Hard to do a breath exercise when the instructor has you exhaling twice, huh? Okay, change sides. All right, this time all the weight goes into the right foot. Find your one spot to concentrate on. And we're going to inhale the left leg out to the side. Exhale, it crosses in front. Inhale out to the side. Exhale and back at a diagonal. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down. Soften your knee if you need to. Now we're going to do that same movement with the pointed toe. So put all the weight into your right foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. We're going to inhale the leg out with a pointed toe. Exhale, it crosses in front. Inhale out to the side. Exhale and back at a diagonal. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down. Soften your knee. One last time with that flexed foot. Put all the weight into your right foot. Find your spot to concentrate on. And we're going to inhale the left leg out with a flexed foot. Exhale, it crosses in front. Inhale out to the side. Exhale, it crosses and back at a diagonal. Inhale out to the side. Exhale down. Soften your knees if you need to. Mat students, find your mountain pose. And inhale, your arms go out and up. And exhale, hinge at your hips and come down onto your knees. And we'll sit back into child's pose, revisiting our energy flows where attention goes. One more time.
Here again, I'm going to have us revisit our fingertips. So flip your hand up and take all your attention to your fingertips. Here again, are they tingling, throbbing? You feel nothing? Are they numb? Just attention there.
Brings the energy there.
Mhm.
And you feel it.
So we're gonna push up out of child's pose. We're gonna bring, if you're on the mat, just to one side and bring your legs around in front of you. If you're in the chair, just stay seated. Just kidding. Okay. So we're gonna do some core work just a little. So if you're on the mat, you're just gonna slowly come back to your back flat on the mat. Okay, so we're gonna do the same core exercise we've been working on for the whole month. For chair students, some of you can choose to use a block or not. We're all gonna come up on our tippy toes. Been doing this a little bit more this month, and I think when we come up on our tippy toes too on the mat and try to lift our shoulder blades up off the mat, we're doing a double engaging of our abs. So if you're in the chair, you guys are just gonna pick up you're gonna go to your tippy toes and reach for your knees, engaging your abs. For us here on the mat, we're gonna tippy toe and lift our shoulders. So everyone will place their hands on their thighs, and we're gonna inhale and then lift, and exhale and pull in. So everyone inhale together. Exhale, we're gonna lift and pull in. Reach for the knees. And relax and come back to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Tippy toes, reach for the knees. Pull in. Relax, come back to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. Tippy toes, reach for the knees. Pull in the abs. And relax, come back to the mat. Maybe one more. Inhale. And exhale, reach, tippy toe. Shoulder blades, pull in. And come back to the mat. Now, we're gonna do 3 more, but if you're in the chair, you're just gonna continue to do what you guys are doing. If you're on the mat, you're gonna bring your legs up to here.
in a little L shape. We'll have our hands still right here on our thighs. So we're all going to take a deep breath in. And exhale, lift those shoulder blades above the mat. Grab onto our knees, pull in. And come back to the mat. Inhale. And exhale. And come back to the mat. Last one. Inhale. Reach for the knees, shoulder blades above the mat. Pull in. All right. And relax. Let everything come down to the mat. We're going to do a long stretch. Reach your hands up over your head. Let those legs go long on the mat. Feels good for those abs that we just worked a little. And breathe. Okay. We're just going to do one last twist, and I think we're just going to do it laying down this time. Earlier in the month, we were sitting back up, and it was fun, but we're going to just do a moving meditation. So if everyone could put their feet mat distance apart. If you're in the chair, you're going to be twisting with your upper body. If you're on the mat, we're going to be using our lower body. So we're going to all together take an inhale. And exhale, let your knees fall to the right or twist to the right. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let your knees fall to the left or turn to the left. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, let them fall to the right. Inhale and exhale, go to the left. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let them fall to the right. This time we're going to stay there for a minute. Just breathe here. Inhale, come back to center. And exhale, we're going to let them fall to the left and stay there. And just take a couple of breaths here. And inhale, come back to center. Exhale, you can relax.
We're going to set up for our last pose of class.
Which is Shavasana. You have options. You can put your legs long down the mat, let your feet flop out to the sides, and you can comfort your knees by placing a towel underneath them. Or if the low back is a little wonky today, you can bring your feet out to the outer edges, let your knees knock together. That takes out the pressure in the low back. Make the choice that works for you today, that feels most comfortable. Now your arms are long down the sides of your body, but don't touch your body. Palms are up for receiving, down for grounding. Head is heavy, pushing into the mat. Now if you're in the chair, just sit back comfortably, maybe right hand on top of left like this, thumbs touching, if you like. And no more control of the breath. Let your body breathe as it naturally likes to breathe. No more doing, no more trying. Your opportunity to do absolutely 100% nothing. Welcome to Shavasana. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a deeper breath into your body. Keeping the eyes closed, bring a little movement into your fingers and your toes. Maybe your wrists and your ankles also. That feels comfortable. Come to stillness. Move the head side to side. Noticing if you've collected tension from your class or released tension from your practice. Just notice. Come back to center. Yogi's choice to bring the hands together in front of the heart. Katie and I would like to thank you all for joining us today and sharing your time and your energy with both of us. We'd also like to thank you for allowing us to share our time and our energy with all of you. Our invitation for you today is to notice we're all have peace. We all have peace inside of us. And sometimes that gets disturbed. And if it does, our invitation for you is to bring your attention back inside to your breath. Use your breath. Bring your attention to your breath so that you can maybe choose to respond rather than react. So our invitation for you today, our wish for you, is that if you become disturbed, the peace is disturbed, see if you can come back inside and allow your breath to guide you back to peace. From our hearts to yours, until we meet again, a new month, July. Namaste.
Namaste.